Good morning, students. Let us discuss 14th chapter, that is statistics. So every day we come across a lot of information in the form of facts or numerical figures, tables, graphs, etc. So these are provided by newspapers or televisions, sometimes magazines and other means of communication. These may relate to cricket batting or bowling average, profits of a company, temperature of cities, expenditure in various sectors of 5-year plan, then polling results, and so on. These facts or figures that which are in numerical or otherwise collected with a definite purpose are called data. So it came from the Latin word datum. So the word data is not new for you. So we have already learned that one in earlier classes. So this one in this statistics chapter of 9th standard, we are going to learn about collection of data and presentation of data, like that. Okay, so here we are living in a world where more and more information are gathered every day. So it is an information oriented world. So every part of our life utilizes data in one form or other. Then it is essential for us to know how to extract meaningful information from such data. So this extraction of meaningful information is studied in the statistics. Now in statistics, when we are considering, we are first to think as collection of data. Collection of data means whatever we are going to study about that, we have to gather the information that is called collection of data. So some examples, if I am telling you the heights of some students of your class or all students of your class, then number of absentees in each day of your class for a month or a year if you are considering, then number of member of families in your of your classmates, then heights of 15 or 20 plants in or around your school, then number of students in each school of your district. So when we are taking these topics, so the first one, the height of the students of your class, that you can easily collect. No. So second one, number of absentees in each day of your class for a month or for a year. So that also it is possible. So by yourself you can collect, otherwise from the register of your class you will get the information. Then number of members in the family of your classmate, that also you yourself you can collect that one. Then heights of 15 plants in or around your school, so with you can collect that one, otherwise you can take help of someone else to do that one. Then number of students in each school of your district, that already the number of students will be registered in the school, so you can gather information from each and every school. Okay, so here some of the when we collect the data, it is of two types, that is primary data and secondary data. Primary data means you yourself is collecting some information. Okay, for the study purpose. That is called primary data. So you have to collect the information by yourself. That is called primary data. The secondary data means someone already have gathered the information. You are using that one for your study purpose. That is called secondary data. Okay, so two types of data are there. One is primary data and the other one is secondary data. So primary data means you have to collect the information then for the study purpose. Secondary means someone else may be collected that one. You can use that for your study purpose. Now look at that exercise 14.1. Give 5 examples of data you can collect from your day-to-day life. So these 5 examples collection of data that you can take. Otherwise you can give another 5 according to yourself, according to your choice. You can give the 5 examples of data. Then second question is classify the data in question number 1 above as primary and secondary. So whatever you have written, that is the collection of data. So if you can collect the information, you have to write that one as primary data. And if you cannot do that one, that is you are using some of the collected data, already collected information, then it is called secondary data. So if you are taking the profits of company or temperatures of cities, then expenditure of various sectors of a 5-year plan. So when you are taking such data, you have to depend on somebody else information collected. So that is called secondary data. But here heights of students in your class, number of absentees in each day of your class for a month, that you yourself can do it. So that is called primary data. Now comes presentation of data. Now let us this one for these are 10 marks, 10 students marks in mathematics test out of 100. So here I have noted the numbers like this. So first one 45, 55, 20, 32, 98, 75, 81, 60, 42, then 90. So when you are just for information, we have collected that data. Now how we have to present that one beautifully. So here either you can do it in ascending order or in descending order, so that it will look beautifully. So here you look see this 20, 32, 42, then 45, 55, 60, 75, 81, 90 and 98, that are increasing order. In increasing order I wrote that one. See, it is easy for you for the study purpose. If someone asks you which is the lowest mark, it is easy to find out, that is 20. And which is the greatest mark, 98. So how, if the passing percentage is 35, how many students failed? That means these two. Then how many students pass the exam? That is 8. Then if it is how many students got 60 or above? So here 5 students. So if it is arranged beautifully like this one, so you can answer some of the question very easily. Now if it is asked what is the range of this data, that is the difference between the highest and the lowest. Range means difference between the highest and the lowest. That is 98 minus 20. That is 78 it will come. Now this one was only 10 marks were there. So if it is more than this one, 30, 40 marks are there, then we have to make a table. We have to make a table. We have already learned how to make that frequency table by putting the tally marks and all. So you have to use that one. So look at that example 2. Consider the marks obtained by students, 30 students of class 9th of a school. So it is given 10, 92, 92, again 20, 88, 40, 36, 80, 50, 92, 70, 50, 95, 72, 56, like that it is given there. So you have to prepare a table. So how to prepare a table, that is given in page number 241 in your textbook. So that is beautifully made. That is, the lowest number is 10 there, the highest one is 95. Then it is noted which are the numbers coming: 10, 20, 36, 40, 50, 56, 60, 70, 72, then 80, 88, then 92 and 95. Now first one 10 comes in first one, then 92, one tally mark, one you have to mark. Again 92 comes, there you have to mark another tally mark. Like that you have to complete the data, complete that table. So it is already marked there in the textbook. At example 3, 100 plants each were planted in 100 schools during one Mahotsav. After 1 month, the number of plants that survived were recorded as. So 100 data it is given. Okay, you have to present that one beautifully in this table. So we have taken, because there is 100 informations are there. So you have to formulate like this one in a tablet like this, that is in a interval, that is 20 to 29, then 30 to 39, 40 to 49, like that. So 20, from 20 to 29 in this group it will come, from 30 to 39 in this group, then 40 to 49 in this group, and go on like that. So when we are taking that one, first number written there is 95. 95 comes here, so make a line like this. Then comes 76. 76 here. Then 75. 75 is also here. Then 89. 89 comes here. Then 93 here. Then 86 here. 87 here. Then 69 here. 92 this one. And 53 will come here. Then 67 will come here. Then 42 here. 83 this one. 65 here. Then 68 again there. Then 90 here. Now 56 here in this one it will come. 83, see already 4 are there. Now 83 83 comes in this group, so you can cross that one so that it will be easy for you for the counting. Now this one means 5. Okay, so it will be easy for you to count. Then comes 75 in this group. 69, see already here 4 are there, fifth one you can cross, 69. Then 28 comes in first group, 32 in second, then 76 here fourth one, 73. Now 4 already came, fifth one it is, so you can cross that one. Then comes 52, then 44, then 58, then 86 comes here, so you can start from there. 89 again one more, then 90 already 4 is there, fifth one you can cross. Then 32 comes in the second one, then 38 already there, 83 here, 81 again there, 79 here, 62 here, 23 in the first one, 42 here, sorry 43 there, 66 here, 55, so you can cross that one. Then comes 65, third one, 42 here, 85, can cross that one, 49 you can cross this one, 81 again here, 31, 35, so already 4 is there, fifth one when it comes you can cross that one, 45, 91, 66, then comes 65, already 4 is there, so you can cross that one, 40 here, 62 again there, 52, then 83, 36, 76, 39, 27, 49, 69, 40, 37, 64, 59, 38, 83, again 83, 52, 33, then you can cross that one, 69 here, 65, cross it, 76, 82, 42, 85, 75, 89, 83, 98, 95, 63, 83, 75, cross that one, 39, 30, 66, 93, 34, 96, 92, 42, 92 again, 82, 83, 68, 83, 42, then 36. Now you have to count and write there. So here 3 are there. So 3, then comes 14, then comes 12, that is 5 plus 5 plus 4, 14, 5 plus 5 plus 2, 12, then 5 plus 3, 8, then 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3, that is 18, then comes 10, then comes 23, then 12. So here how to make that tally mark and frequency, now we understood. You have to go through each and every observation and mark that one in the class given there. Now look at that example 4. Weight of the students or number of students is given there, 31 to 35, then 36 to 40. Now here 20 to 29, then 30 to 39 it is given. There is no gap in between. It is number of plants, so every number is included there. Here weight when it comes, so here is discrete data, it is given 31 to 35, then comes 36. So you have to arrange that one, then make it continuous. How you have to make it continuous? Look at that table there. This one 20 is called lower limit, this 29 is called upper limit, again lower limit, upper limit. So you have to consider the difference between this lower limit and upper limit, that is 1 here. So in the table also 31 to 35, then 36 to 40, when it comes the difference is 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5. So 0.5 you have to add to the add to the lower limit, add to the upper limit and subtract from the lower limit, so that it will become continuous. So it is already shown in example 4. We will discuss that one in detail when we do the exercise 14.2. So next class we will discuss exercise 14.2.